Good morning, everyone. I want to acknowledge, first of all, the Minister, of course, the Honorable Zane Lightburn. Of course, we want to acknowledge the Acting Director, Ms. Williams. And then, of course, we want to also acknowledge one of the senior officials or executive of this particular ministry and department. Of course, the assistant director and the senior deputy directors. This morning, I want to say to you on today that today is a good day. And of course, any day that you are inhaling and exhaling, of course, it is a wonderful day. Some may have pains, but of course, because you're still here. Many died on yesterday, some died this morning, but you are here. And that is something that you should be grateful unto God for on today. I want to say this on this morning because a lot of times when it comes to specific ministries and departments within our country, there seem to be favorites. And I want to say this. When I say that, you would find out that all and sundry from time to time would lean in certain areas or department more than others. But I want you to hear this. If you don't hear it from the minister, if you don't hear it from the director, I want you to hear this on this morning, that this particular ministry and department is the best ministry and department, first of all, anywhere in the world. And let me tell you why. Well, if you acknowledge that for yourself, then I can't help you. I want to say it again, that this particular ministry and department is the best in the world. All right. Now, that's not flattery. That's not flattery, and that's not fluff. Listen to me. I want you to hear me. That's not flattery, and that's not fluff. Let me tell you why. Because the first department or ministry that the Lord actually created is environmental health. Let me tell you why. Because in the book of Genesis, chapter number 2, verse number 15, here's what the scripture says. The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden. And he said to him, work it and keep it. That is from the second chapter of the creation of the entire universe. God said to Adam, I'm going to put you here. I want you to keep it, and I want you to work it. Adam became the first environmental health worker in the entire world. We didn't hear anything about tourism. We didn't hear anything about education. But he said to Adam, this world that I have created, I want you to keep it, and I want you to work it. So here's what I'm saying. As environmental health workers, you are custodians and caretakers of, first of all, the earth that God has created. And I want to say this as I wouldn't say as a little preacher, as a big back preacher. I want to say this on this morning, that I have never seen God ask a people to take care of something for him, and he does not bless them. So the first thing I want to say to you today, environmental health workers, everyone in every department, in every area of society would feel as if they are overworked and underpaid. But I want to say this to you on this morning, that even though you may feel overworked and underpaid, hear this on today, that because you are carrying out the directives of Christ, which is to become caretakers of the earth realm, it is impossible for you not to be blessed. And I want you to know this, you will be blessed beyond the minister could bless you, blessed beyond a promotion the director could put you in for. You would be blessed beyond that because you are following the directives of Christ. But I want to say this to you on this morning, and don't get afraid, I'm not going to be before you long. I want to say this to you on today, that as you are custodians and caretakers of the earth realm, I want you to know and understand that you are being called to be custodians and caretakers of other areas of your life. So the first thing I want to say to you is you must know and understand that being chosen, some of you may not even have chosen to be here. Some of you may still be fighting to put in for a transfer. But I want to say this to you, the fact that you are here, you are a blessing unto the Lord because you are being chosen to be a caretaker for the earth. But here's what you must do. As you seek to be a caretaker for the earth, you must first of all be a caretaker for your actions and your behaviors. It is important that you understand this on today, my brothers and my sisters, that the time has come for us to stop playing the blame game when it comes to our career and our job. If you always late, if you always absent, if you always have an excuse, if you always unavailable, you must first of all become a caretaker of your actions and your behavior in an effort for things to shift in your life. So the first thing I want you to repeat after me by declaring, I am first and foremost a caretaker for myself. Oh, come on now, it's Monday morning. I know I hope some of y'all don't have a hangover. I hope you've been in church yesterday. But someone, I want you to declare it for me. Declare, I am first and foremost a caretaker for myself. So you have got to be a caretaker, a custodian for your own actions, for your own behaviors. And so while you are a custodian for your own actions and your own behaviors, you must also be a caretaker and a custodian for yourself. Now I can't really talk about that because it's three of me up here. But the reality is, whenever you need to take a break, take a break. Whenever you need to take a little time for yourself, take some time for yourself. Because hear me on today, whenever you die, your replacement will be attending your funeral. Did you hear what I said? So I want you to be a custodian and a caretaker for yourself and for your actions. But second of all, I want you to be a caretaker and a custodian for one another. Let me say this, it would be a damnable thing for you to be able to ensure that businesses and the government offices and some of you yourselves take some of the rat pace for your houses, for the institutions. It would be a damnable thing if you are ensuring that the air is sprayed properly so that mosquitoes don't come in and rush and take over our land, but you do not have care and concern for one another. There is a trend that is happening in our country that I am afraid of. And this trend that is starting in our country is a trend of selfishness. We are concerned about ourselves. Out of all of my mother's children, I love me the best. So what we do is we will fight against one another. We will compete with one another. We will sabotage one another. And we don't care anything about one another. But first of all, as you are a custodian for the earth realm, you must be a custodian for one another. Could you just look at your neighbor, your fellow co-worker who you know talk about you bad yet last week? Could you say to them, I have care and concern for you? Come on, tell them I have care and concern. I know you backbite me. I know, but tell them I have care and I have concern. I got you. Tell them I have care and concern for you. So here's what I'm saying. So here's what I'm saying to you today. As you care for the earth realm, as you care for the earth realm, as you care for those specific buildings and the environment itself, care for one another. We are able to tell it's not your business whatever is happening, you know. But you are in the lunchroom and you have 2 and 3 meats on your plate. You could see your co-worker mouth is just a little bit white. Look at your neighbor and say, don't eat all 3, don't eat all 3. Tell them offer. You can see that they are not as well kept as they used to be. Call them in. Find out what is going on. How can I assist you? How can I show care? How can I show concern? So I want you one more time to say, I have care and concern for you. Look at your neighbors, I have care and concern for you. So after we are caretakers and custodians for the earth realm, after we are caretakers and custodians for ourselves, after we are caretakers and custodians for one another, here's the hard one that's coming. You have to have care and concern for those who are in authority. You had a cool wave what went outside here? Come right back inside the room. Come right back in the room. You must, I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this. Here's why you must have care and concern for them that are in authority over you. I want you to look at where you are. Well, with the exception of those who are like 64 and 65, time is winding down, right? But that's not an insult, but I want you to hear this. Why you must have care and concern for them who are in authority over you is because the place where you are sitting now is not necessarily the place where you will be forever. There are some of you who are in this room who may be next in the few years to sit in the seat of the director. There are some of you right in this room. I don't care how you think, what you think of yourself, how you see yourself. There are some of you who are in this room who could possibly be the next assistant director, the next permanent secretary. So here's why I'm saying you must have care and concern for them that are in authority. Because I've lived long enough to see that the seeds you sow are the same seeds you're going to reap again. So when you have disrespect, disregard for them that are in authority, I know you feel like your boss have a personal vendetta against you, but hear this, be careful of your response. And let me tell you why you must be careful of your response. Because again, I'm not as old as many, but I've lived long enough to know that sometimes God would place you in a seat of authority. That some of the same little dirty, little nasty things you did while you were in laity, it comes right back to you when you are in the seat. So I want you to say this after me. Minister, director, assistant director, a deputy director, chief inspectors, and all the other positions above me. I have respect for you. I have respect for you. Come on, and if you know you have no respect, at least speak those things that are not as though they are. Say, I have respect for you. So you have respect for the earth. You have respect for yourself and your actions. You have respect for one another. You have respect for those who are in authority. And finally, let me say this to you. You must have respect for your spiritual life. Now, I want you to hear this. I have been in different arenas where we understand that religion has become very offensive. So I can't tell you what you ought to do. And in certain spaces where I work, they taught us that you must respect the all and embrace and regard all others with respect. I can't tell you I do that. But because I have the mic in my hand, I dare not insult any Muslims. I dare not insult any Jehovah's Witness or any other religion. But I want to say this to you. Make sure you know and understand that you could not have come here by yourself and on your own. There had to have been a creator. No one is as smart as that to put clouds in the air and create an ocean. No one is as smart. I don't care if you're buying theory, whatever kind of theory, no one is as smart to do what was done in the earth. So there has been, is and will be forever a creator. And one thing you must know and understand is as there is creation, there is a creator. And the creator is to be worshipped. You hear what I'm saying today? So because I have the mic in my hand, I can't play neutral. I offer Christ to you. You hear what I'm saying? But I want to say this unto you today. You may not go to church every Sunday. You may not go to church every time the door is open. But you have got to become better custodians of your spiritual lives. Because when you come on the job and you have to deal with so many personalities that is spiritual, personalities begin to attach itself to you. You going home, you cussing your wife for no reason. You ready to fight your husband, can't stand the children. It is because there have been some spiritual attachments to you that you took home that you did not leave with. So hear this on today. You must be proper custodians of your spiritual life, that you will be able to fight any and everything that will seek to attach itself to you in a negative manner spiritually. So I encourage you today, be a custodian of the earth, your actions. Be a custodian of what else I was saying so I can see if you all know. Of others, be what? Custodian of respect and what? Authority. And be a custodian of what? Your spiritual life.